The views and opinions expressed on this program is just that. Views and opinions. Don't take any of it serious. But I will warn you, viewer discretion is advised.
You met me as me. Yes.
Bro, this hair looks delicious on you.
Yes. It's 99J.
Ask that question.
Well, there's a question that I'd like to ask.
What's that?
I heard y'all letting. Candace Owens in.
Candace Owens was on the Breakfast Club the other day. That was the most quiet I seen. Just hilarious. She was out of her league. Out of her league. This is Batman talking.
Listen, I try my best to keep my mouth because I don't want to go in those spaces.
Because she didn't have nothing
But
to
you
say.
can elaborate.
Because she ain't had nothing to say. I'm like, girl, she is out of her realm. See, this is why I said they should have had somebody who was also versed in politics.
On the show.
Correct. And even if they had her there working, they should have also had somebody piped in. What's the woman's name? Taslin or something? Teslin. She usually comes in. They should have had Joy Ann Reid come in. Angela Rye should have come in. Somebody said somebody. Oh, Roland Martin. Anybody who, can speak in clear, salient sentences.
B-Mac Attack said
Cogently.
Candace would have ate her up. That's why.
That's why she sat quietly.
Yeah.
She sat quietly. She had nothing to say.
Look,
And then when she did ask a question,
Candy K asked you a question, Craig. Can we put Candy's K's question up there?
Hold on. Comments are coming in. Hold on. Where is it at? Oh, right. This one?
Well, you keep skipping it,
No,
Mo.
we keep-
because-
are you calling her something? I saw
There
it.
we go. Are you calling her?
Are you?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying she couldn't really articulate. I think she was out of her realm, out of her comfort zone.
Well, what would be her comfort zone, Craig?
Nigga talk.
The mess.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I don't have anything to say.
She was out of her realm right there. Like she didn't know what to do with that. She didn't even know how the government works.
Well, let's talk. Well, you talk about it. Let's say if you were sitting in that seat, begin.
Well, I just feel like Charlemagne, he was very. I really feel like they didn't interview her. I really felt like she got there and she talked and she spoke about what she wanted to talk about. She spoke about how she didn't vote for Trump in the first round, but she is going to vote for him this time. She was impressed after he did like these different town halls and he was quoting these statistics. If I was there, I would have said, well, what statistics are those that were actually accurate? Because oftentimes when he did these rallies, we would see on CNN or other think pieces where they were questioning the statistics, or they would say, oh, this isn't accurate. He said this, but this is actually what happened. So, and then she talked about how Biden and his family are criminals. Okay, so are you not paying attention to what's going on with Trump right now? Because Letitia James, is her last name James?
Who?
The district attorney up there in New York.
Uh-huh.
Starting tomorrow, she's starting to seize his properties. Trump's properties. So, Candace, if you're saying that Biden is a criminal, what are you saying about Trump?
Right.
Now, there were some things that she did speak on that I definitely, agreed with. For example, she talked about Lyndon B. Johnson being a racist. And he was. But a lot of black folks don't really count him or see him for who he was because he employed this whole idea of welfare and stuff like that. But he was also the one that said the man cannot be in the house. And that was kind of the beginning of the breakdown of the black family. Because there were women who had children who were like, oh, no, you can't live here. You know, like if you ever saw Claudine, the movie Claudine, where she had children, but the father could, even when she started dating James Earl Jones, which was not the father of her children, he could not be in the space. He could not be in the apartment. They would come in, look around your apartment, make sure there was no shaving cream or no men's clothes. And so that was kind of like the beginning of the breakdown of the black family. So she spoke about things and, you know, but I don't know. She just can't be trusted. But she did say that when they did that town hall, it was her, T.I., and a bunch of hip hop people. Do y'all remember seeing that?
I tend to go the other way when I see her.
She did. That was a couple years ago. And she talked about how she was shocked that T.I. got on the stage and pretended like he didn't even know who she was when they had had plenty of conversations before, off air, on the phone. And she talked about how her views and T.I.'s views are very similar, but he pretends to be different out in front of the people. She talked about Fonnie Willis down here in Atlanta, who's bringing charges against Trump. She said that she was very sister girl. She was almost like a reality star on there. But no, I think Fonnie went in there locked and loaded because it's like these white people are trying to say that I was commingling funds and misappropriating funds, and that's not what happened. And so that's why they're allowing her to continue with her case against Trump. But I don't know. I just feel like they sat there. They didn't say anything. They didn't really push because I don't think they really wanted a debate with her because she's a hell of a debater. But she won't go on shit like with Roland Martin, and she won't go up against people. They needed somebody else there that could really ask her pointed questions. None of them know enough about government to really, you know, speak to her. So they basically just gave her a platform. And then she talked about how this guy, Shapiro, couldn't terminate her, and the next day the bitch was fired. He's I got something for her. Since you want to get over there
and you want to go around them colors and think that you
right,
and you want to now you was all right when you now you want to go over there and tell those colors.
I'm gonna show you, nigga,
that they can say whatever they want to say about us Jewish folks.
I'm gonna show you
something. I'm gonna fix that mailbox.
You nigga bitch.
You nigga bitch.
Okay.
So we know it done been messed with. And been brought that hammer down on her ass like, can't close that case.
Yes, indeed. But she did say that she had attraction to white Asian men for a long time, and because they did ask her if she had ever dated black guys and you know that kind of thing. But my thing is too, they were so. I just felt like it was just a coonery type thing on the part of the Oatmeal Club, because. They were asking her different questions to just see how black she is or how, I guess, you know, how black she is or how in the know she is. So she ended up singing the theme song to The Fresh Prince.
What? Wait a minute.
Because they were like...
See, Craig, I didn't watch it.
Right, so Jess Hilarious was like, so how many fights did Will Smith get into before his mother moved?
Oh, so she was in her lane there.
Right. That was the only time she really spoke. So
I think Claudia would have ate her up.
A lot of people were saying that.
I think Claudia would have definitely ate her up and would have definitely challenged her in a conversation. I think that would have been, you know.
Now, see, I don't know Claudia in that level in terms of knowing if she knows politics like that. For me, and a lot of people, because I talked about this on my live, and a lot of people were saying Claudia could have did it, Claudia could have done it. And maybe she could have. I was looking forward to, because see, I think if Claudia would have been there, she probably would have looked at Claudia as, oh, you're just a reality TV girl. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like I would have wanted somebody who does this shit, who does politics, who is an actual political
Somebody
pundit.
said Amanda Seals.
Amanda Seals could have been good. I think Amanda Seals could have been good.
Well, let's talk about Amanda Seals not being in the black spaces as she should be.
She speaks openly about things, black politics, and she talks about stuff in general. She's real heavy on this Palestine stuff, and she's saying that she's not invited in black spaces. The Essence Awards, Black Girls Rocks, they've never acknowledged her. Essence Festival, they talk about all of it. You have that grab, Mo, of that Essence article with her?
Wait, you said the grab
of Amanda Seals.
Yeah.
But
you can pause on that, what I told you, Mo, and just do this over here.
But she was saying that she's not invited into spaces. But yet they have Candace Owens, up on the Breakfast Club, because it's not so much about being likable. Because people will say, "Oh, well, Amanda's not likable. Amanda's not likable. You know, she's just too much. She's so extra. She's so over the top." But it's not about likability, because people like a Candace Owens isn't likable, but because they bring in sponsorship dollars or whatever, black people will overlook that shit. They'll shuck and jive and coon for somebody like her. Tamika Mallory was saying the same thing. I actually watched it live. Tamika Mallory is a activist as well. She's Until Freedom is her organization. It's called Until Freedom. So like a lot of times when people were being, like Breonna Taylor, she was really at the forefront of that Breonna Taylor thing. She was out there, you know, trying to get the officers arrested. Like she's always at a lot of these different things. But that's the other thing. Candace Owens tried to say something about the girl who founded Black Lives Matter, who was a queer woman as well. And she talked about how she has all these different houses and she misappropriated the money from Black Lives Matter. Now, I don't know. Now, I don't know if that lady misappropriated the money or not.
That's
but
we'll do it afterwards. But
that's what they were saying. And just like how they brought Nikki Haley on the Breakfast Club and didn't ask her very pointed questions. It's like they don't really know enough about politics to really drill them. Like, that's not your bailiwick. You need to have somebody come in and, you know, who really knows that shit. The guy that was running for president?
Vice president.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Yeah. And Candace Owens said she actually wanted him to, she was actually pushing for him to win. But of course he got pushed out.
Do you have what it takes to be a fag? Oh, honey, you know you do. We all do. I'm most definitely a popular, hot-ass gospel. Oh, honey.